Welcome to the MMS Educational News. Today we are reporting to you about the cell functions. Who doesn't love the Hunger Games? Today we are going to use a Hunger Games cell analogy to show you the functions of the cell.
The Hunger Games Society Pan Am is a lot like a cell. Here's how. The nucleus is like the capital because the capital controls everything in Pan Am, just like the nucleus controls everything in the cell. The ER is like District 6 because District 6 transports goods, like the ER transports proteins and liquids throughout the cell. The mitochondria is like District 5 because District 5 produces energy and power just like the mitochondria produces energy for the cell. The cytoplasm is like the escorts because they have an important role but a small role just like the cytoplasm.
The cellular membrane is like the peacekeepers because the peacekeepers control who comes in and out of Pan Am, just like the cellular membrane controls what comes in and out of the cell. Ribosomes are like District 10 because District 10 raises livestock, which produces proteins, just like the ribosomes build proteins for the cell. The lysosomes are like what happened in the cornucopia because the actions inside clean out the tributes, like the lysosomes clean out or get rid of waste within the cell. The Golgi complex is like the train because the train distributes the tributes to Pan Am, like the Golgi complex distributes materials in the cell.
Now to Aria Fitz, who is with Robert Hooke and Theodore Schwann, who are going to talk about the cell theory.
Welcome to our talk room. Today we will have Robert Hooke and Theodore Schwann talk with us about their cell theory.
So glad to be here. Our cell theory was developed by many different scientists, but we are some of the most remembered.
The cell theory has three main topics. The first one is that all living organisms are composed of one or more cells.
The second topic is that the cell is the most basic unit of life, and the third topic is that all living cells come from pre-existing cells.
Would you like to elaborate on what you think is the most important part to remember about the cell theory?
Yes, I think that it's important to know that everything comes from pre-existing cells because this proves that energy cannot be created or destroyed.
I'm sorry, but that's all we have time for. See you next week.
Organic, organic, organic compounds. Organic, organic, made up of carbon and hydrogen. Organic, organic, just like vinegar. Organic, organic, come on, let's do this right. Rubbing alcohol is organic. I finally figured it out. Yeah, yeah, that all organic compounds have carbon. That's what they're all about. Yeah, yeah. Vinegar, peroxide, sucrose, glucose, they're all organic compounds. Once we know that they have carbon and hydrogen, and we see that they're all organic compounds, and it shows when we look at the elements that make organic